Guys, Vanlifechef here today, and we are going to go over one of many ways to pan fry a whole fish. For the filling, we have garlic, white onion, kimchi, green onion, and cilantro. Just a mash up mix of this, a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of pepper, and a little bit of kosher salt. And mix that up, put it off to the side. So you're going to want a fillet knife and a bread knife for this. If you're cooking whole fish, chances are they aren't gutted and they aren't scaled, so you're going to need to do both of those things. Bread knife is for scaling, fillet knife is for gutting and cleaning. That I have today is yellow croaker. Basically, you can do a similar recipe to this with anything that will fit in a frying pan though. First thing you need to do is get these scales off. So you go something serrated towards the head. So we can cut this fin off. I always try to do this first because it makes a mess, and then once you've cleaned up all of the scales that you've ripped off and you keep processing the fish, you don't find a bunch of scales in the rest of your processed fish. Once you have all the scales off, clean your board, bring it back, and we need to gut them. You can also take these front fins off when you're gutting. Getting those out of the way makes things easier. Fish away from you, go in the rear fin. You just want to use the tip of the knife and put pressure forward because you don't want the tip of the knife to cut any of the guts on the inside. Take that and throw it away. The next step is scoring the outside. So after you get the scales off, it's a lot easier to slice it. We're just going to lightly just cut the skin. This is going to facilitate in the cooking and in the flavors part of the fish. You don't need to go deep. Having a sharp knife helps. What the fish should look before you are getting ready to stuff them. Nice clean cavity, all the bones still intact, no fins, scored, and no scales. Now I just have a little bit of flour in the bowl. A little bit of salt. I have Togarashi Spice, it's called. It's very, very good. It's citrusy and has black sesame seeds in it. It's kind of spicy. You can find it at most Asian stores. It's good on a lot of different things. And cornstarch. We're ready to go. The fish has been gutted, scaled, processed. The fins are off. It's been stuffed with our flavors. We have our flour and dredging ready to go. We're going to get a pan that's big enough for the both of them, and we are going to get it cooking on the top of the stove. But first, I'm going to take my stove outside because I don't want my van to smell like fish. Step is to dredge it with the flour, the spiced flour mixture. So put half of it down. Give it a spread around. And you want to put the fish right in it. You want to do this right before you cook. You don't want them to sit at all, because it's just going to make the flour get absorbed by all the moisture. So we've stepped outside with our stove, which is an awesome benefit of having this portable stove. We're just going to heat up butter and the oil. You want about a ½ inch in the bottom because you want to just shallow fry these. They're starting to bubble. Let's get these in there. After you put in the first one, it's going to cool the pan down a fair amount. Give it a second to heat up before you put the second one in. Tilt the pan towards yourself, pick up the oil with a spoon, and start basting it back on top of the fish. Get those spots that aren't fully in the pan, if you have a pan that's a little bit too small. Some of the goodies fell out of the inside, that's okay though, it's only going to flavor the oil. You want to try to flip them widthwise, not lengthwise. Color really pulling into them. Once again, get that oil, start basting. Put them on paper towels. We're going to plate these up. Take all kinds of different flavors and stuff them inside of the fish. There's so many things that you can do, and it's all based around the same simple technique. The tip of the day is when you work with fish, wash your hands twice with cold water first. If you wash them with hot water, your pores open up and the smell actually goes into your hands instead, and then they stink for a really long time. But if you wash them twice with cold water and then later on with warm water, you'll be set. Don't forget to subscribe to the videos, Vanlifechef on YouTube. Make sure you stay in touch, and we have videos coming out every week, all kinds of different recipes. Stay tuned, stick around.